So unfortunately, the KSD notch is right here, and yeah, this car won't be making it to Ponies in the Smokies, and I am going to explain to you right now.
Nest the God.
All right, so what's happening, everybody? It is your boy Kenneth Sean, and let me make this clear. It's Kenneth. Some of you all have been calling me Kendall. It's not Kendall. It's Kenneth Sean with Blue Oval Media, and today I am back at my man Mike's shop, TNT Speed, and he called me and told me about all the stuff that was going on with the notch, and yeah, I mean, I'm excited, you know, that it's in good hands, but a lot of the information that I was able to find out wasn't information that makes anybody feel good. And because of the news that he gave me, this car is not going to make it to Ponies in the Smokies. And so, man, I'm going to give you all an overview of everything that is going on with the car right now. So let's get into that. All right, so I got my man Mike right here. He's going to give you all an overview of where we are and what he got accomplished so far.
We got all the fuel lines ran, everything up to the front, the injectors in. As Ken said, this car is no fun to work on. It definitely get bloody. It was no fun putting injectors in and all this stuff because the way Whipple has this, it all has to go in as one unit. So you can't separate it, put injectors on, put the Whipple on. The Whipple's got to be on, the intake has to be on before you can put the injectors and the fuel rails, everything in now the harness.
Yeah, I had to tell him, like, yeah. I'm like, nah, that ain't gonna work like that. So,
yeah. But no, we went through. He had, went through, and I like using nut zerk, so we nut zerked a lot of the stuff. He has sheet metal screws, so we did a lot of nut zerk stuff on here, so that way it's easy when this guy does it, because I don't know, he's kind of anal about the way his car is. It's gonna be 3 times now taking his motor in and out to make this engine bay look good.
Right.
So for future references and backing in and out with it, it'll be all right to go ahead and do what he needs to do and not worry about sheet metal screws anymore.
Right.
So, but everything on the top end is done. The wiring, we got to get all that laid back in because we had to peel everything up in order to get all of our stuff in. Pull those heater hoses off. That's no big deal. Get that finished up. Bottom side.
So while he's raising that up, you all kind of saw, we started the process, me and the team that I got, my man Walt, Orlando, Darius, all that. We kind of started the process or whatever. But then when I got into the situation with the fuel lines or whatever and having to run PTFE lines, that's not my specialty. Like, I don't necessarily have the tools to make that happen, and I don't trust myself enough. And so I bring it to professionals like him to go ahead and do that. And then with that new tank that I got in the rear, the tank to run the coolant, I just wanted it to be ran properly, and I had to come to somebody that's trusted to do it. And so Mike is the man. And so now let's give you all the next update. All right. And so you can see here the fuel lines. Let me see if I can get a better view, but there it is. So go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, we came through. We still got one more line that removes. Previously, Ken didn't like the brake line running through the engine bay, so he put it inside the cowl.
Yep.
He moved his proportioning valve and kind of took our spot where normally we run all the fuel lines through, so we made another opening. No big deal. We're going to adjust his line because when they did it, they moved everything down, so we'll adjust his lines here. We'll take up all the extra slack. We removed everything, the old brake lines, the old fuel lines were on here. The filter housing in the back was still had a filter in it, and that was still on the car. So we took everything off. It's still working. We're going to make some adjustments on the subframe connectors to get way everything lays nice and take up the rest of the slack. In the meantime, of us waiting on a couple fittings to come in, he wanted the rear end to change fluid out, change the gaskets and the seal because it was leaking a little bit, and that led to the next problem that we have.
Oh, Jesus.
So that's the reason why we're not going to be able to make it.
Yeah.
Parts right now are a little hard to get through the warehouse, but we need to rebuild the whole rear end for it. So from end to end through the center, everything needs to get done.
So show them what you just showed me a minute ago so that they can understand what just happened with this rear end.
You should be able to take this and spin this easy. So now it's spinning, and I don't know if you can hear it. You you hear the grinding noises, the bearings.
Yeah.
So whether the bearings gave out or whatever the case was, it's no bueno. So we'll get it fixed up. Everything be rebuilt, everything be all new.
So let's look at it. So I'm gonna show you all the video as I kind of show you right here what this is, and as you can see, yikes. And I'm gonna actually show you the video of what Mike sent me right here.
Look at the metal.
There's more metal in there than actual fluid.
Thick.
And so yeah, like you all saw what that looks like, and man, you know how I am. I just want stuff to be right. So bottom line, this is the reason why we can't make it to ponies. I'm at this new space with these cars. I'm gonna overbuild now. I'm kind of late in the game as it relates to this one. So with the strawberry coupe, Mike and I kind of discussed how we're gonna do that one. And I'm overbuilding everything on that car. I'm putting everything to plan in advance besides being behind. And that's kind of the issue that we had in this. But you know, it hurts. And more so, it not only hurts my pockets, but it hurts my feelings, because this car was supposed to make it to Ponies and the Smokies, and we've been working on it since November. But you know, this is part of building cars and time and all of that, and I'm not big on trying to reach deadlines anymore. I just want to get this thing right. But I do need to make it to Ford Takeover, because this car is in the horsepower challenge, and obviously I'm not gonna get the horsepower numbers I need with the rear end sounding like that and looking like that. So Mike and his crew is going to take care of that, and then we'll go from there. So man, let's talk about these cooling lines from the tank that is up in the trunk, and let's go from there.
I was just running 3/4 inch heater hose from the front to the back. Unfortunately, we're going to leave the 5/8 lines feeding into the actual chiller on the bottom there for the Whipple, but everything else will run 3/4 to the back. And we're trying to hide everything as much as we can and run everything in parallel, so everything is in order, synchronized, and then up out the way once it gets to the rear. But as you know, with the Foxbodies, we're limited on space and where we can run things, so that's where we're now is getting these lines. It should be 1-inch lines. Manufacturer says we can't run at 3/4, so that's what we're going to do. And just that one little section is going to be, you know, a couple feet of 5/8, but that's what the Whipple blower has, and that's what we got to work with. So hopefully everything will be fine. Won't have too much pressure feeding up to that.
Yeah.
But no, everything be done, tucked. The vent lines are all done in the back. The tank was down, we'll put back up. Everything's good. Everything's clearanced. So there's a couple little odds and end things. And like I said, the monkey wrench is right there, the rear end. So, you know, when you get axles made and everything done, it's, you know, Strange is a little behind right now. So
well, he's going to tell you all about the new setup that we're going to put in here currently right now. You know, I got a 373 gear, and I have Moser 28 spline axles, Fox length axles inside of here right now. But because of the power, because of what we have, Mike said, you need to take it up just a little bit. And so, like I said, we're going to do everything right and overbuild. So I'm going to kind of explain and have him explain exactly what is now about to go inside of the car.
Well, the rear end is going to be all, I'm a Strange dealer, so we'll put Strange axles in there. The center section, I would like to do the Auburn Pro Diff. So that's the one we're waiting to see. I know me and Ken were talking off camera, 31s. 33 would be ideal, because we are trying to lay down a number of, you want me to say a number?
yeah, you can say it.
I mean, I got the down here. So
yeah,
we're trying to hit 800 on the 85. So that's the goal. So we need at least 33s to do that. 35s would be ideal, but you know, we're still dealing with you know, pocketbook and a budget.
Right.
To do 35 spline, you know, the center section on here, to do the nice one, the True Track from Strange, that's $1,300 unit. So, but it will do at least 33s on there. Like I said, it's not running a big tire. The tires are on the ground over there, next to the AC. So, as far as hooking up, yeah, he's not down at the track like he had said. So he wasn't too concerned, and I just put it into him a little bit. Say, hey man, we're already here. It's got to fix it. We got to pay for the parts. Let's just go ahead and get it all upgraded. So that's where we'll be sitting with that. So it'll be at least 33s in there, and it'll be a good jump from these 28s. So
yeah,
the size difference of axles is almost 1/8 of an inch, I think, larger diameter, or 3/16 almost. So
for me at this point in the game, it's, you know, putting the right stuff, putting the reliable stuff in here, because I just want to be honest with you all. I am tired of working on this car. Personally, I am tired of paying for stuff for this car. I am trying to move on. The channel has started and survived because of this car, but we need to move on. And so my thing is, let's just overbuild it. Let's just put everything in it so that it won't break, and then kind of go from there. And because I trust his level of service and what it is that he can put in the car, it makes me feel a little bit better. Yeah, I don't feel good that it can't make it to the event, but I do feel good that it's gonna have this stuff in here, and that in my new setup, that it won't be leaking in the garage. Because at this point in the game, for you all that have not seen my garage, I'm actually in the process of getting it redone and cleaned up so that I can put a 2-post lift. If this car is sitting at the top and it's dripping on the car at the bottom, I'm gonna have a real big problem. And so can't have that life, and so everything else needs to be fixed. So we also got another problem that I was just made aware of, but we're gonna check it out in a little while. But I still want to tell you all about it. Let me take you to the front of the car as well. So unfortunately, Mike kind of showed me this right here, and I'm trying to let the camera focus, but bottom line is that you see how that looks. This is not this is we put this in here last year, and so yeah, it's got a little leak. So it's looking like this is gonna come out as well. And yeah, we're just gonna get a better one, etc. Just whatever we got to do to make that right. But yeah, that's another thing that needs to get replaced. So fun times. But let me just show you all the level of quality work. Like, this stuff is clean. Like I said, it's not done, it's not complete. You've got to do this brake line, but you know, having that there and all of this, like, I really just like how clean it is. Once it's finished, we'll get everything in order. But it's clean, and it's running up here the way that it should. The majority of the stuff is hidden. I gotta make sure that we're the only ones that puts a jack under here, because don't want to mess that up and have fuel everywhere. But I am loving the level of quality work that I am seeing from Mike and his crew. And so for me, it makes me more comfortable to even do more as we get to the other cars. And so, man, I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah. So yeah, so bottom line, that's kind of where we are with this car. It's not gonna make it to ponies. I'm still trying to get there though. So I was going to trailer this car, but I also sold my F-150. So I don't even have a car right now. Like, I got 3 vehicles and I don't have a car that runs no more. It's like crazy. Like, I have all these cars and I don't have one that runs, but I'm still going to do everything that I can to just make it 2 ponies, and possibly just record and just meet everybody. I know people wanted to, come talk to me and tell me about their builds and stuff. And so, man, we're probably gonna still make that happen and keep that going. But as it relates to this car, it's definitely not gonna make it at all. But like I said, I got about 5 weeks to get it in order, because we have to get this thing running. We got to get this thing on a dyno. We got to get this thing ready for Ford takeover, because I'm going to be in the horsepower challenge, and I ain't gonna lose. So let me make that clear. So whatever we got to do to get this, I'll focus on this. And then once we get done, told Mike, once we get done with this one, we're gonna get started on the strawberry car. And for you all that don't know, I'm gonna reveal it right now. We kind of revealed it on Gearhead 704's channel, but we are going to put the 7.3 Godzilla in the strawberry car. And so you heard it here first. We're gonna do it here at Mike's shop. And so, man, it's gonna be a fun build. Hopefully he has time, because man, he has so many daggone cars in here, man. He's like the man. But hopefully we can find time to get that one done. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And so, man, if you like this video, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you go to blueovalmedia.com to get your hoodies. They are on sale for the remainder of them that I have for $25. And so make sure you go to the website and order it. It is your boy Kenneth Sean with Blue Oval Media, and I am out.